Gauteng region will have been looking for what the weather looks like tomorrow, because that's when the Soweto derby will be taking place. Soweto once again will be divided when Orlando Pirates take on Kaizer Chiefs in an ABSA Premiership fixture tomorrow at the F&B Stadium. Kickoff is at 3:30. Both teams go into the match under pressure, especially the coaches having lost their respective matches last weekend. We're now joined by SABC sports reporter Velile Mbuli. A very good morning to you, Velile.
Morning, V.
Okay, so first up, it came almost out of left field that Orlando Pirates star striker Kermit Erasmus will actually not be available for tomorrow's derby. He's signed with a brand new club.
Well, I think, V, for me, there were some signs from last weekend when Kermit was not injured at the time, was not suspended at the time, was unavailable for the game against Cosmos, which they lost 1-0. And at the time when some of us inquired what was happening, the word from the technical team was that he was out due to some family commitments. And it didn't come as entirely as a surprise to me to hear that he's left. But maybe that he's gone to France to study Rennes, French Ligue 1 top team. That one was a surprise because I had picked it up even from last week. That a local team was negotiating directly with top people at Paris. As you know, that Kermit Erasmus' deal was expiring in June this year, meaning that at this time, or even in June, he could have gone for free. But if you follow the history of Paris, especially with top players, and even you follow how Andile Jali left the team, signing with KV Ostende in Belgium, you will not be entirely surprised by what has just happened yesterday. But what will be surprising is the reaction of the coach, that he knew nothing about this deal. The only thing he knew was that Kermit Erasmus had gone to Holland to attend to some family commitments, because as you would know, that Kermit's wife is from Holland.
Oh, I mean, that would, for many people, would say that that is an indication that this may just be Tinkler's last match in charge. I mean, just how much pressure is on the two coaches, because midweek we had both Mr. Ivan Khoza and Mr. Kaizer Motaung actually backing their two respective coaches. Well,
it depends how you look at it. Sometimes we receive statements from the clubs, we get commitments from club bosses, but sometimes as a journalist you have to look beyond that comment that you've just received and analyze that kind of comment. For me, I was there when the chairman at the JSE did confirm that for now, and underline for now, that they are content with their coach. For now could also mean that there's no one available to take over Tinkler, or you know what, they don't want to mess up what they currently have now. They are happy with the coach who's given them a good run. They went all the way to the CAF Confed Cup final, and we also spoke about injuries. So it's also about how you interpret the statement.
Okay, so I mean, you would agree with everyone that Tinkler is a man under immense pressure, and it may just be his last match. Everybody says it's going to be a draw. What's your prediction?
It's going to be difficult to see it as a draw, more especially when Orlando Pirates had ran over Kaizer Chiefs by 3-1 in the first round. And the chief destroyer of Pirates, in fact, the chief destroyer for Pirates, who destroyed Kaizer Chiefs at the time, Kermit Erasmus, 3 crucial assists in that game, will not be playing there. And also, it means that even the game plan of Pirates around Chiefs will be totally different. Bearing in mind that Pirates still has quality strikers in Tendai Ndoro, in Lethonolo Majoro, in Kabuza as well. But this one could be slightly different in that also Kaizer Chiefs, they want revenge. I know that the Nedbank Cup has just boosted, the local football scene with another derby.
Yeah.
But I know that going to this game, there are a lot of questions that have been asked about Steve Khombela. Can he do it in big games? He's lost 2 cup finals. He's lost a derby. I'm sure he'll be going to tomorrow's game eager to avenge what has happened in the past, and winning his first major game will be on top of his mind.
And actually, there's always pride at stake when you speak about Soweto Derby, a match between these two massive clubs, Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. Thank you very much for coming in to studio, SABC Sports reporter Velile Mbuli. Has you whet your appetite a little bit, Ayanda, to actually turn on the telly for tomorrow's match?